question revolves around the presence of a gas pipe behind a switchboard and whether this violates any electrical codes, specifically the National Electrical Code. The electrical contractor suggested that there must be a suitable barrier between the gas pipe and the switchboard. While there isn't specific prohibition in the code against running piping behind a switchboard, several considerations come into play based on the National Electrical Code, or NEC. NEC 110.26c states that electrical equipment shall be accessible to qualified persons without removing barriers or covers. This is a critical point. If the gas pipe significantly obstructs access to the back of the switchboard, making it difficult or hazardous for qualified personnel to perform maintenance, inspections, or repairs, then it could be considered a violation of this section. NEC 110.3b is also relevant. It emphasizes that the provisions of the code constitute the minimum requirements and authorities essential for safety. Enforcement of these provisions by the Electrical Inspection Authority does not give approval of the installation or constitute a guarantee or warranty as to the suitability of the installation for any general or particular use, or of the adequacy or safety of the installed equipment. This means that even if a specific situation isn't explicitly covered, the electrical inspector has the authority to make judgments based on safety considerations. Considering these two sections of the National Electrical Code, it is important to evaluate the specific situation to determine whether the gas pipe behind the switchboard poses a safety hazard. The presence of piping behind the switchboard could potentially obstruct access to the equipment, violating the accessibility requirement. Firstly, consider the accessibility of the switchboard. Can qualified personnel safely and easily access all parts of the switchboard for maintenance and repairs with the gas pipe in place? Secondly, assess the potential hazards. Could a gas leak or other issue with the pipe create a dangerous situation in proximity to electrical equipment? Thirdly, determine the type of gas piping. Different types of piping may pose different levels of risk. For instance, high-pressure gas lines might warrant more stringent safety measures. Fourthly, evaluate the potential for interference. Could the presence of the gas pipe interfere with the proper operation or ventilation of the switchboard? Fifthly, consider the electrical inspector's interpretation. Ultimately, a local electrical inspector has the final say on whether the installation meets code requirements. It is recommended that you acknowledge the potential safety hazard posed by the presence of piping behind the switchboard. Allow the electrical contractor to install a suitable barrier to maintain accessibility to the equipment. Document the decision and the reasoning behind it in the project documentation. If the electrical contractor recommends installing a barrier, it's generally a good idea to proceed with the installation. This demonstrates a commitment to safety and can help avoid potential issues with the electrical inspection. Document all decisions related to this issue, including the rationale for installing the barrier and any consultations with the electrical contractor or inspector. This documentation can be valuable if any questions arise in the future. In addition to the National Electrical Code considerations, it's also important to consider any local codes or regulations that may apply to this type of installation. These local requirements may be more stringent than the National Electrical Code. Regarding types of barriers, a physical barrier such as a fire-rated wall or partition can provide a physical separation between the gas pipe and the switchboard. Ensure that the barrier is properly installed and maintained to provide adequate protection. Another option is to reroute the gas pipe. If possible, rerouting the gas pipe to a different location may be the best solution. This eliminates the potential for interference with the switchboard and ensures compliance with the National Electrical Code. A third option is to install a gas detection system. A gas detection system can provide an early warning of a gas leak, allowing for prompt action to be taken. Consider the type of piping being installed. Some types of piping, such as high-voltage lines, may pose a greater safety risk than others. Verify that the barrier being installed will not interfere with the proper operation of the switchboard. If the piping is essential to the operation of the facility, explore alternative solutions that do not compromise the accessibility of the switchboard.